Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me for a prayerful pause in our day. In real time, I'm recording this on September 30th, 2020, which is the day after the first presidential debate. That was last evening. I'm not going to comment on that. Enough is being said about it already. Another thing that's true about me that many of you know is that I really pay attention to television commercials. I think that they kind of represent the pulse of a nation, where we're going, and what a lot of people are thinking. It took me a long time to realize that when it comes to a lot of things in pop culture, I'm a C. I mean, I'm average. I'm right in the middle of things that I like. Generally, people like things I don't like. Generally, people don't like. And I really like this commercial that I'm going to play for you. It's for an investment company, which I will never be able to use because I have no investments. But I like what it says and how it says it. And I invite us to think about it. It is addressing us as a nation, but I think it also works for us to watch it thinking about us as individuals. And what are we doing with our lives? So here it is, and I'll see you on the other side.
One day, we'll look back and remember the moment that things, for one strange time in our lives, got very quiet. Some lost work and invented new ways to get by. Others were busier than ever and found strength they never knew they had. We sheltered with the people who matter most, sometimes finding how far apart we drifted. We worried over loved ones, over money, over our planet, and over takeout. And we found a voice when the noise out there had kept quiet. When the world starts spinning again, let's remember this time where none of us felt secure and fight for a future where everyone can. Because when the world seems like it's standing still, that's the perfect time for us to change it.
When none of us felt secure. When the world grew quiet. When it seemed like everything stopped. That's the perfect time to change it. I don't know what these times mean. I don't know God, the mind of God. I do know that now is a good time for us to be still and change ourselves. What does that look like for you? I'm not sure what it looks like for me yet. It's still unfolding. Certainly in my life, I'm reaching a new point, age of retirement. When do I want to do that? When should I do that? The age where we have a delayed launch of a child because of COVID. What does that mean? We've had a couple of launches that have both come back to ground because of COVID. And I am in the C part of the bell-shaped curve. I am what many, 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 if not most people are experiencing in terms of launching children or looking at retirement or wondering what it's like for me as a white person, how I can work to bring about the justice that I really believe in. What does it mean for you? What are these times like for you? What are the changes that you're going through? In my mind's eye, I can see some of you watching this, and I think about those of you who've lost loved ones in the last year or two, or who are on the brink of losing loved ones. And some of you, it's the same person in both groups, and there are multiple losses of loved ones. And then there are those of you who have lost jobs. Those of you who, but for Governor Cuomo's stay on evictions, would lose your homes. And then there are those friends of mine who are landlords, not of big complexes, but, like me, own a double and maybe rent out half of it. I'm very fortunate. My tenants have stayed employed. But what is it doing to our landlords when there is a stay against evictions and their tenants haven't been able to pay the rent for 4 months, as is true with a friend of mine? So what are the changes that we're making? Those of you who never used to be religious, and now you find yourself searching for God, or the other side of it, those of you who used to come to church every week, but now say, oh, well, the people aren't there, I don't need to come. I'm not going to watch the worship services. Really, dudes? This is the time we need it more than ever. What about the people who are just getting by because they're delivering meals to people like me when we do takeout? I don't know the answers, and my answers are going to be different from yours. How am I changing? How do I need to change? Where is it that God is leading me? It was simpler when we were younger in a way because we only had ourselves to deal with, and now we have responsibilities for others and or institutions. And yet it's really not any simpler because our young people are trying to figure out what they're going to do. How should they change to accommodate what's going on in the world? One thing never changes, and that is that I forget to turn my phone off. But I really like that commercial because there's hope. There's hope in it. We are whoever we want to make ourselves be. We are citizens of an amazing country filled with imagination and idealism. We are believers in a man who came to bring about change and bring it abundantly. We are followers of the one who upended everything. And I think sometimes we go through our faith lives thinking, oh, it was just this superficial, I'll ride the crest with Jesus kind of thing. He was in the thick of it, and he lived in a miserable time, and he was part of an oppressed people, and they demonstrated, and they rioted, and they were killed by the people in charge, and they had no voice. And he said we have to love them anyway. I don't love what I saw last night. I'm embarrassed by what I saw last night. The difference between Jesus' time and our time is that we have a say. We have a say. Part of the vision of this nation is that we get to control. May take a while, especially in this age of instant gratification, instant communications. We think, oh, we should be able to change things like that. And 4 years seems like a very long time, or 8 years, or whatever it will take years. How about 40 years in the wilderness? How about 3 or 4 generations enslaved in a foreign land? Really? This time period now is a drop in the bucket. So we'd best get realistic, I think, and figure out how we want to change and how we want to change. There's hope here. A person said to me recently, this is not the end of an age. We are birthing the new age. I think we better get at it. The baby's coming. That's it for today. I'm Pastor Deb Swift of South Presbyterian Church in Rochester, New York. Thanks for joining me for the Prayerful Pause. There's more information about us, or if you'd like to make a donation for the continuation of this ministry, you can see how to do that on our end cap after this video. Thank you to those of you who've been contributing. We really appreciate it. Every little bit helps in this day and age. All right. Hope you have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless. Bye for now.